Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Sponge, sponge, sponge. 1, 6, 4, 3. Check three.
Now it's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And brought down. But not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And at Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set, ready. Not a wolf. Check. Here we go. Turn around. Rest. Check.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana, thought about going nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, ready. Mike 51. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Exit, exit. Mike
2nd and 3. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Let's go. Come on, set. 18 Gators. Hey, it's coming out. Hey, let's go.
Fournette, a 1st down carry.
Jump.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, Pop. Hey, you. Mike 51. Mike 51. Come on. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, come on. Bravo. Come get some. Come on. Go.
Off play action. Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
We own them. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 43. Kill. Hard. Kill. Hey, exit.
Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. And he's going to go down again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch. Check safety. Check 13. Check 13.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
44 the mic. 40 to go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I'm coming after you. Watch the edge. Check.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On the set. The mic. 44 is the mic. Here we go.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. These two teams all tied after 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Set up. 60 or 56. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Attack. Ready?
Now Leonard Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Mike 50. Let's go, team. Big series.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Rock it.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jalen Ferguson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Mike Popo, coming to you.
Here's Jackson to throw again. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Check. Lucky. 25. Check 25.
From the gun on third down, Jackson looking deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Mike Fofo. Switch up, switch up. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Come on. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Check. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Check 4. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Hey, go. 24, check 24.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Jackson operating from the gun. He is going to find Hill here. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Tighten up. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Go. Go. 53.
Now Jackson on first down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Take me up. Here we go. Set up. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
To throw again, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
56, Mike, 56. All day, all day. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Delta. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. The open man is Westbrook. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Complete to D.D. Westbrook. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Jaguars.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come off the ball. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Hey, Charlie. I'm coming after you. There.
From the gun, Lawrence. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll toss it to Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Smooth. 56 Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the out. Watch the out. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Five. Rip right. Check Mike, 99. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Check the backer. Check the backer. Protein spell.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Bynes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
218, jump. 2nd and 2. At the 48-yard line. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. 2
To throw on second down, Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3. Fournette on the toss to the right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Jaguars 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Kill. 66. Bullet high. 44, check 44. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Ready, go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Charlie. Check 22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. The Ravens send their punter out now. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
64,
the 28-yard line.
51, Mike 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, high 7. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go, calm the crowd. Yeah, you don't want none. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! 56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. Rip left, let's go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Being chased out left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let this one go. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on third down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Go.
Off the play fake. Martinez. This is caught. A good pickup there at 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run. This is Hill. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hill to try again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch the screen. Go. Screen. Check 26. Check 26. 61. Matchbox. Light.
Martinez now operating from the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Foxtrot. We want it. Come to my work. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the run. Mike 51. Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check curls. Check 3. Man. Ready, go.
Again, it's Hill. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Martinez. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Quick dash. Come. Check on. Ready, go.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And now look at him go. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Austin, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2, son. I don't think you got it, son. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Austin. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. Quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when